Welcome back to the Gore Guide, where we're on a journey to compile the definitive list of gore and splatter films. Today we're taking a look at Stitches, You'll Die Laughing. And in case you hadn't already figured it out from the thumbnail, this is a film that contains clowns. For those of you that are scared of clowns, you probably want to switch it off now. Although I don't know how anyone could be scared of clowns. It's just so silly. Stitches is a 2012 film directed by Conor McMahon, written by Conor McMahon and David O'Brien, starring Ross Noble, Tommy Knight, and Gemma Lee Devereaux. I know what you're thinking, not another bloody clown movie, and to some extent I might agree, but one, it was made in 2012, so it's a bit unfair to say that now, and two, it has Ross Noble, an actual comedian, as the clown. But where is Stitches on the clown horror movie scale? Is it an It, or a Terrifier, or a Blood Harvest, or Clown House? Well, let's take a look and find out. Bottom of the barrel clown Stitches is hired to appear at Tom's 10th birthday party, but he winds up dead when a prank goes wrong. According to ancient clown lore, a clown that doesn't finish a party can never rest in peace. Now, 6 years later, Tom's birthday rolls around once more, and Stitches makes a special guest appearance to finish what he started. Only this time, he is uninvited and out for revenge.
Everybody happy?
For those of you who don't know who Ross Noble is, he's a British comedian known for his surreal sense of humour. He doesn't really tell jokes per se. It's more like having a one-sided conversation with an eccentric genius. So it's no surprise that having Ross Noble play the part of Stitches is a big plus for this particular reviewer. This is definitely more of a comedy horror than a horror comedy, but it is very funny. It's well written, and the banter between the teenagers is reminiscent of the In-Betweeners. The young cast do really well, but the star of the show is unquestionably Ross Noble. He has some hilarious one-liners and mannerisms, and every time he's on the screen, he's either doing or saying something really funny. And I would have liked to see more of him in the film. Also, this guy. He was only in the film very briefly, but he was hilarious as well.
And it'll be the drugs. And 5 years down the line, you're in a bed sit by yourself with no friends, eating your own hair.
There are a couple of references to Nightmare on Elm Street, which of course is never a bad thing. Every kill is followed by a pun, which could be a nod to Freddy, but the most obvious reference is the medication that Tom's taking is called Hypnosil, a dream suppressant that Nancy's taking in Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors, which might point to another reference, Tom's visions. In particular, the death of one of his best friends at school. I like the look of Stitches, his costume. He just looks disheveled and dirty and just generally worn out. Like if he wasn't already seeking revenge for being accidentally killed and a prank gone wrong, then he probably would have ended up killing a load of people anyway. I thought the addition of the clown cult was an interesting touch, having each clown's soul stored in an egg that's painted to resemble their makeup and stating that a clown will never rest in peace if they don't get to finish their last performance. It makes the generally overused rising from the graves for revenge theme much more interesting. Then of course we have the special effects. They're almost all practically done and they look amazing. Where most slashers will keep the shots of the kills brief, Stitches isn't afraid to show everything in all its glory. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that it has some of the best looking, most original and funniest deaths you'll have seen in quite a while. As I mentioned before, Stitches leans more heavily on the comedy side of things, and because of that, unless you're already scared of clowns, in which case you probably won't want to watch this anyway, it really isn't that scary. And there's nothing wrong with that. I guess this is more of a heads up than a dislike. At 86 minutes long, it's quite a short film, so it's pretty fast paced, but there are some slow moments just after Stitches gets killed and before he reappears. Trying to establish 7 different characters in such a short space of time is almost impossible, and it really felt like they rushed the introduction of them. It was basically, this is so-and-so, this is them at the party 6 years ago, this is what they look like now, and a quick example of what kind of stereotype they are, and repeat. And after that bombardment of information, it feels like it really slows down with a lot of mopey teenage drama. It's not a major problem though, and it's soon forgotten once Stitches reappears. Although the kills are great, I feel like there could have been a lot more. Every good slasher adds some innocent bystanders to the notches on the machete, and the house party full of drunken teenagers provided a great possibility for more carnage. I know the plot is that he wants to get revenge on the kids that caused his death, but he didn't even get all of them. And then he kills a poor innocent cat. So It would have been good to bump up the body count with some of the annoying minor characters. I also think that it ended a bit too quickly. It's a short film, it's over before you realise, but I feel like we were deprived of a big finale. It provides some nice gooey effects, but it just felt a bit too easy. And this is more of a gripe than a dislike. The ending also hints at a sequel, which to this day we haven't got. So, Stitches 2, sort it out. The body count in Stitches is surprisingly low, which, considering all the opportunities, is a bit disappointing. But the kills that we do get are inventive, memorable, and very well done. So it gets 3 out of 5 for amount of blood and 4 out of 5 for quality of effects. Make sure you check out this accompanying video, The Blood Bank, which takes a more in-depth look at the kills and effects. There's also a link in the description below. The plot of Stitches is very basic, but is well written, with a standout performance from Ross Noble, and although it is light on horror and lacking in scares, it is very funny. It's the sort of film that is just as entertaining after multiple watches, so if you like goofy comedy and great practical effects, then I definitely recommend it. Stitches gets 4 out of 5 stars.
Taken from behind.
Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on Stitches. There's a link in the description below for anybody who wants to purchase a copy of the film for themselves, along with a link to my list of films on Letterboxd. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click on the bell to keep up to date with new content. Thanks for watching, and until next video, have a bloody good time. Fucking